Family? You're tuned in to Real Labs Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. It is Tuesday night, man. Brand new show tonight. And thank you guys so much for tuning in last night, man. We had a good time. In the past couple weeks, we've been trying to make sure we drop brand new shows because we do read the messages in the inbox. We know y'all mad when you got to hear Devin.
He's
When
like,
I
"What do you think? What do you think? This COVID's going to be all about?"
Yo, James is out, Kaufman is out, so it's just me and Miguel in virtual studio. So you already know it's gonna be a random
Yeah,
ass show, man. So what's going on with you, brother?
good man. I was thinking about, as you guys know, James Young lost his job. He's an unemployed black male, so he's just a statistic. And I was thinking about jobs that James could excel at. Because here's the truth: when you get into our age, I'm 42 years old. Ken's around the same age. James around the same age. Uh, it's a terrifying thing to think you lost your career.
Yeah,
It's not a jobs anymore. We have careers. And of course, we have comedy, we have radios, we have a lot of things to supplement. But none of these are giving us a health insurance. None of these. And when James lost his job at Afro, he knew. He felt it was coming because he wasn't feeling the vibes in there, and so he has a lot going for him. He's a supportive wife, but as he's a grown ass man, and it hits you when you lose a job. And I was talking to him. We all went out to lunch, and this is the thing too. Like Ken will tell you, since James has lost his job, James is one of my closest friends, one of my comedy mentors, him and Ken. Like I still to this day will never look at them as a full equal as much as I look at Ken and James as my mentors. But the minute he lost his job, we haven't stopped busting his chops. I mean, like there hasn't been one moment where we were like, "Hey, man, come here, brother.
yeah,
I got you. Whatever
yeah.
you need." No, it's just been you old jobless. I told him straight up, man. I told him to tell Michelle, his wife, to DM me if she needs something. She needs a dress or something, man. I don't want
Yo,
James stressing it.
dude, and it's funny because that really happens in people of color community. Now, white folk, if you do it, I don't know. I ain't in your house, so I don't be like white people. We do it too. I
Yeah,
don't know, but with people of color, I don't care what it is. We gonna destroy you. And this,
yeah.
I saw this meme right where this dude said he walked in with a briefcase, and his homeboys, look at this old briefcase job having ass. This old we professional like they kill it, and all he trying to do is look good for work.
I love my favorite thing for black people is when they diss you by naming something you're doing. Look at this old walking in with a briefcase ass. Oh, showed up
Dude,
at 9:30 a.m.
showing
ass.
up on time ass. Look
And
at
you don't know why
bro.
it hurts. You're like, that statement shouldn't annoy me, but it's
Yo,
it's got me.
yo, I lost my job when I got laid off. Dwayne Williams, a local comic, hit me up. Look at you, old Tommy from Martin. Oh,
No job.
I mean, he killed me, and then he was like, "Hey, man, let me go get you a drink, dog. I'm sorry you lost."
Yeah.
I was like, "Wait, did you just destroy me?"
We took James out to lunch the
We took
Monday
James at lunch
afterwards
and
and
destroyed him the whole
destroyed
lunch.
him. I told him to get an application. I was like, why you being proud out here eating these lunches without thinking about your
Yo,
family?
I saw one Miguel. This lady said, "You gotta love your black coworkers." A dude came in with a cream turtleneck on, and they was like, "I see you over there, Carl Thomas."
I love Shane Gillis has had a joke where
Yeah.
he says he was in Australia and he was wearing a bucket hat. He's like, I never wore a bucket hat before. He was like, but there were no black people in Australia, so I was taking fashion chances.
I see you over there, EPMD.
Yeah. I think there's always some random black dude to just pop out of nowhere to make sure you're checked. If you're taking a fashion shit, you're like, yo, I'm gonna wear a turtleneck. And he pops out. I see your 1990s rock ass. You're like, where you come
Yo,
from?
dude,
We're on a plane. I'm alone.
hey, it was a lady at the comedy show this weekend. Black lady, long, straight black hair, long, nice hair. And I said, "All right, girl, I see you with your long, good hair."
Yeah.
And she got it. She was with a white dude. He was like, wait a minute. And she was dying laughing because she get it. She
Yeah.
understands it. Yo, she
Yeah.
get it. She
Yeah. So
get it.
it's sometimes with Bussy. And here's the thing too. This is the best thing. It just all depends on who does it. Because if you don't like somebody and they're just like, hey, look at you, your briefcase ass. You're like, you want to do this? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
And then yeah,
yeah. But if we like you,
yeah,
if we like, dude, after a show, Man, I be destroying people in the audience when
Yeah,
they walking out.
yeah,
And they buy merch.
yeah, yeah. They're
They
coming to
giving
see.
me money, bro. And I be tearing they and they love it.
There was this old lady. I was with Devin doing a show, and there was this old lady, and she had this kind of like body where she was skinny up top, rounded on the bottom, and got skinny again. And she had a white turtleneck on and a red jacket. And I just looked at her, and she just kind of looked like the Grinch to me. And she came up to Devin, and she was like, "I loved your show." She's like, "I just have a question for you guys." She's like, "How do you write so much material all the time?" And then we answered. And I was like, "I got a question for you." I was like, "What made you give the Who's all their toys back?" And she's just looking at me like, "Huh?" I'm just like I like doing it too. Whenever I do shows with Devin Siebold, he has a huge fan base, huge fan base. I mean, he's doing big shows, big theaters, hundreds of people. And Devin's very awkward about his fans. He likes them and he has a huge ego. So he loves that he has fans,
Yeah.
but he doesn't want to talk to them. He got that tism. He doesn't want to talk to them, you know? So when
Yo.
you know it, man, you know Devin got
Yeah.
that tism. You don't want to talk to him.
Yeah.
So when we do
All we
shows
do,
together,
all we do is spark madtism, bro.
yeah, all we do is spark mantism. When we're talking to
Yeah.
his fans, uh, but he would always be like, "I appreciate you talking to him," because I'll talk to them the whole time, and he'll be able to just. He's like, "Yes, yes, I am excellent. Yes, yes, you are correct with that statement. This was a very good book." And then they'll start pitching something. I'll see him just like the hairs in the back of his neck standing up, and he's just like 110 111 110 111. You know. And so I'll talk to his fans, but when that happens, I see my opportunity to like insult his fans without them knowing and make Devin even more awkward. And so one time we had a guy came up to him, man, big white beard, wearing a white shirt and a straw hat because we were down South Florida. And he was like not kind of feeling something. He's like, I got to be critical about something. He's like, I didn't like Devin had made some jokes about politics. The guy didn't like him. And he was like, I just think it was a pretty dumb move to make those jokes over here. And I looked at that dude. He had the white shirt, the white beard, the straw hat. I said, I think it's a dumb move. You keep opening that park with the dinosaurs, sir. I was like, come on, man. I was like, after the first time, you got to realize something bad's going to happen. Life's going
Yeah.
to find a way.
Yeah. And what'd he do?
Just looked at me like I wasn't talking to you, Mexican.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't walk up to me and tell me you didn't like something about the show.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. So last night, I mean, not last night. Well, it's last night because we record on
Yeah.
Sunday. But Friday night, Chris Alexander killed. It's and when you do Palm Coast, it's a host, a guest spot, and then just you. So Chris went up and did great, man. And Saturday show, he does a joke about his kid being autistic. And this lady was like, "Oh, don't say that." And he like, "It's my child.
Yeah.
You can't tell me what to say about my child, ma'am. It's my kid." Don't
And
come
the
up to
thing is,
me
too, they
here.
get offended at jokes that aren't making fun of people, that are making fun of a situation. And it's like I love when you are telling a joke about something that doesn't exist, and somebody's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "That kid's not real. I made
Yeah, it's
this
not
all
real.
up."
Not real at all. Or
Yeah.
the fact that you're offended by my life, that
Yeah.
by my situation, and it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Like when I do the joke about the midgets, and
Yeah.
somebody come up to me and they're offended. Well, do you have a midget in your family? No. Then why you care?
Yeah. Who's
What
out
what
here
is
pro
what is
mar
what do you care, ma'am? So
I
yeah,
like
that lady
to
was upset, bro. I was like, it ain't your child, man.
we did that show with Kaufman, the All for the Money show, and we were all roasting
Oh,
each other. And so we're all roasting each other. Jeff Kaufman is Jewish, and we were our roast jokes start with some low hanging fruit.
oh,
Like
100%.
it's about just jabbing, and then you get some real good
Yeah,
ones in.
yeah.
But low hanging fruit. I'm fat. That's a roast joke.
That's
I'm
that
this.
we open up with a fat, we open up with
Yeah,
a black unemployment or credit
yeah.
joke, something about Jewish, and then we go into our stuff that we
That's
really,
specific.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
really good. So everybody here had a racial joke for each other. That was low hanging fruit. That's what it's for, you know? And, and the thing about it is you're standing right there with the person saying it. They're laughing with you. It's about insulting your friend. So a woman in the front row, we all had a Jewish joke for Jeff, just like he had a black joke for everybody. He had a Spanish jokes for me. The woman in the front row literally came to me at the end of the show. She was like, I don't like all those Jewish jokes you did. You guys need to stop those. And I was like, okay, cool. I was like, but the black jokes were fine, right? You know? And she had no answer. She
Yeah.
didn't have no. She didn't
Yeah.
say, "I don't like all those racist jokes you guys did." Right?
Uh,
She was just like, "Hey, listen, I don't. I'm not their advocate. Okay, I represent the tribe here."
yeah, I've said it all the time, man. Don't come in a comedy show if you're gonna be upset. Like the show I had Saturday, it was a dude that wouldn't laugh at nothing. I'm like, I gotta come tickle you, bro. What is going
Yeah.
on? After the show, he walks up to me. He's like, "Man, you were hilarious." What? What show is you
Yeah.
at? He says, "I don't smile, I don't laugh." He says, "I'm so sorry." And the club is small, so no matter where you sit, you can see these people. And
Yeah.
he was like, "Man, I'm so sorry. I just don't laugh or smile, but I really enjoyed your humor." Like he said, I miss that real, I don't give a dang humor. Like
And you're
I
like, why couldn't
really
you just
missed it.
clap once?
Yeah. And it was an older white audience. So I've done this thing now where I open up with a street joke.
Yeah.
Like I'd say, I want to test the audience to see how far I can go. And it's disgusting. It is a disgusting joke. It's disgusting. And if they laugh, I'm like, okay, cool. I know, you know,
Yeah.
where I can go with it. And you know me, I don't cuss. I cuss, but I don't cuss out of just to be cussing.
Yeah.
And a lady last night again walked to me. She's like, "I just like how how clean you were." I said, "Ma'am, I said the F word 12
Yeah.
times." But she said, "Yeah, but the way you say it and the way you put it in jokes, I don't even notice it."
Yeah.
She said, "I don't
That's-
even notice it. It's not like you up there every F F F F." She's
Yeah.
like, "The way you throw them in there, it's like it fits it. If you took it out of the joke, I don't think I would have laughed as hard with it out of the joke." And I was like, "Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that." But dog, the one that got me, and I meant to post it today. And you know about this spot. This couple came up. They was like, "Man, we missed you." I was like, "Hey, thanks."
Yeah.
Don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah.
They said, "We've seen you so many times. We just watch you grow. We should come see you at La Playa."
La Playa was my
Bonkers, La
favorite
Playa,
bonkers room.
dude,
Beach room. Oh,
bro.
club on the top floor.
On the bro, if y'all never been to La Playa in Daytona, it's a hotel. I think it's closed now because of the hurricane. But dog, it was on the penthouse. The comedy club was in the bar on the penthouse. And dude, when I tell you, I had to hug these people. I'm like, that means you guys have been around since the birth of Ken Miller.
Because La Playa has been closed since maybe 2015, 16.
No,
I
it
don't know. Yeah.
closed after COVID.
After
I
COVID.
mean,
Okay, so it's good
after
for a
the
while.
hurricane. No,
Yeah.
hold on. What hurricane
Maria.
did we
Was it
have?
Maria 2018? Was it?
Yeah, okay, it might have been that.
Yeah.
Whatever that big hurricane that kind of messed Daytona up.
Because La
The-
Playa, I remember when the only reason I think it's around that time is because they switched it to all those whack Daytona rooms after that. It was like,
uh,
this is the barking lounge, the
yeah,
blah, blah,
yeah,
blah. You're like, give me
yeah,
La Playa back.
yeah. The only one they had that was pretty good when they was doing comedy in the Hilton,
Yeah, that
and
was
that
cool.
Hilton Bonkers had dude, oh my god, 450 people in there.
Easily. It was like
And this is
Ocala.
like
Yeah.
this is a understand we got 30 seconds, and this is during COVID.
Yeah.
We have 400 because I used to sell the mask with the bag of flour on
Yeah.
them. Dog, we have 450 people in a ballroom during COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So shout out to Bonkers Comedy Club for not giving a damn.
Now they're like, our biggest room right now is the feminine products aisle in a CVS.
Bruh,
You got to
we
bring
got
your own
to.
host.
Hey man, we got to take a commercial break. We come back. We're gonna get back into what we were talking about. Jobs we think James should have. And if you listened to us last night, we were talking about our childhoods. So we want to get into our childhoods again. We want to talk about some stuff that people could do to us as kids then that they ass damn show can't do now. We'll be right back. Real Last Real Radio 104.1. Real Last Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. First of all, I got to give a shout out to everybody that listens, people who message us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that. We truly appreciate it. I was talking to somebody last week. The weather was cold, and they asked, "What do you do for the cold?" And I said, "I make chili." And they was like, "Is your chili good?" And I sent them a picture of me when I won second place in the chili cooking contest at my job 4 years in a row.
Second
And
place, though, for did the same person win first place?
no, different
That's
person every
whack,
year,
man.
bro. And I made the same chili.
Yeah.
I made the same. I got a certificate, bro, of the
That's just
chili.
they can't let you. They're like, yo, he can't let his ego get too high.
Yeah. Bro, I told him I was the Buffalo Bills of chili making
Yeah, just in the playoff Super Bowl every year.
and lose every
I
year,
love how
man.
one of the things that always makes me laugh is how much people make fun of the Buffalo Bills for going to the Super Bowl 4 years straight and losing. I'm like, did you hear your statement? Four
Bro,
years in a row, they made it to the Super Bowl.
I have said this. I think LeBron went to 10 straight NBA finals and only he won 4.
Yeah,
So he's shooting 40%.
yeah,
That's a pretty good 3-point range, bro.
yeah,
He got 4 championship, well, 5 now, I think, because I think he was the one in the bubble. He went to like 10 straight. Do you know how? First of all, you starting basketball in October, he not ending until June every year
yeah.
for 10 years.
10 years.
He's playing an extra 30 more games than anybody, and he's still right now the best player in the NBA.
Yeah. I mean, and
Period.
the crazy thought about it is this: imagine you're just crunching numbers, you money balling it. So you got somebody who's won 4 championships, but been to 10 playoffs.
Yeah.
Been so already the goal. I mean, I've heard coaches say this before. The goal in the beginning of the year is to get to the playoffs. They're not even thinking about like football coaches say we're not thinking about the Super Bowl. It's the playoffs. Get to the playoffs. So getting to the playoffs is the goal already. Then winning and going from there, that's additional. But making if I had a coach that made it to the playoffs 5 years in a row and couldn't get past that, I wouldn't be looking at him like he was a bad coach. I'll try to figure out what do we need to do to
To
win.
Yeah, not
But
not blow the team because that's what it is now, Miguel. You
yeah,
know, I'm a huge sports person, so it is 10 in a row for LeBron, and he got 4 championships. You know, I'm a huge sports person. First of all, fans will fire their coach every week.
every week.
If it was up to a fan, we'll have a brand new coach for you. It'll be at the end of the season, we'll have 12 different coaches.
Yeah,
It's always the coaches. But I'm with you because, like, for instance, so Philadelphia Eagles, let's use them for example, went to the Super Bowl last year and lost, right? This year, they kind of had a good year. They ended bad, and I think they got knocked out the first round. Oh, we got to tear this thing up. You
yeah,
just went to the Super Bowl last year, made the playoffs this year. This was not your year. Oh,
yeah.
we need this. We got to fire this coach. We need this. We need. I'm like, dog, you just gonna blow the whole thing up?
Yeah, because the way I'm looking at it is, statistically, we're looking at going to the playoffs again next year.
Yeah,
So let's figure out what we need to do to win the playoffs. I don't need a brand new coach. I don't need a new offensive coordinator. That's not going to guarantee me the playoffs.
bro.
I need to figure out how do we win the playoffs.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man, they will blow up a team. I'm a Tar Heel fan. Anybody know that. If our team loses, and I'm in this group called Die Hard Tar Heel fans, and I hate them all, and I hate everybody in that group. It's like, man, because the coach ain't do this. A coach, did you even play ball in high school or college,
Yeah,
or did you play any type of sport, bro?
yeah, for real.
Bro, people, man, fans are the worst. Fans are the worst, bro. They be ready to blow a team up in a heartbeat, dog.
Yeah,
In
man.
a heartbeat, man. So anyway, man, let's get back to what we was chatting about. So we were talking about James. Shout out to James who is not here tonight.
And if you have an
Um,
odd job for James, man, hit us up. I'm gonna send him out.
yeah,
I'm gonna send him out.
and now I'm gonna tell you James' background. Give you
Yeah,
James' background. So when I met James, James was like a chef at like Universal or Disney or something
yeah,
like that. He was like a chef. James can cook. He can really
yeah.
cook. And then after that, he got laid off of that, and then he
Damn,
was the
James got a
manager.
history of getting fired, yo.
Yeah, then we ain't finished though. He was the manager for the office at Bonkers Comedy Club. Got laid off from that.
Maybe you don't want to hire James, guys.
then then he with the Afro had his show for 7 years, right? It was like
Yeah,
7 years.
7 years.
7 years. Got laid off from that. So James got he can and manage an office. He can
Can he?
cook.
Can he? Because it's like to fire him. Maybe he got to the office playoffs 7 years in a row, but he didn't get it that eighth.
And they
I'm
was
just
like,
saying, man.
we need a new office coordinator.
Yeah, we need to do an office coordinator. James, love you, son. You did a great job.
Yeah.
We're sending you down to the minors. Best of luck
Son,
to you.
they done sent James to the G League.
Yeah, James is managing the banker's office in
Bro.
Memphis, Tennessee. He's like where the comics perform at open mics.
Oh, hey man, Krista need a short order cook.
Yeah, that's what. If your office needs a cook, I think also. I know he can't do the job fully because of science, but I think James would be a good wet nurse. Get them big things going, man. Get the baby on him, because James, James got a little feminineess to him, man. He'd be like, "Ooh, baby," He'd be like them
Oh,
the old ladies
yeah,
in the Help. You is
yeah.
kind.
Uh, oh my goodness. I got James, man. James don't even like sports. I can see James being the defensive coordinator in a high school.
Just go out
Cause he
there
a
and have
big dude.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, just go have fun.
just go have fun, guys.
Hey,
Okay.
coach, what you want us to do a 4-3? Nah, man.
Mm-mm.
Just go out there and do you, man. Have a good
First,
time, baby.
first thing I want you to do is turn that frown upside down.
Yeah,
Guess what? Maybe they just scored 16 on us. 16 in a row. But
yeah.
it's fun.
Hey,
I can see
hey,
James, I can see James too coming up with weird plays too, like we're gonna run a 65 usher. What?
yo, and James be like, ready, break. Coach, we
Break-
don't do that no more.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to do that anymore, yo.
Yeah.
Hey, I wouldn't be shocked if James really ain't got a OnlyFans for his feet.
Oh, you know it, James Young. Hey, them big old breastises. He's got them there, man. He's dancing. He's like, pew, pew. I'd do me if I was you. Pew, pew, with it tucked between his legs, and Michelle's just standing in the background with the lighting. His kids walking like, Daddy, Daddy, what are you doing? Daddy's
Hey,
keeping a
hey,
roof
do
over
you
your
want to
head.
continue to go to college or what?
Yeah. James got a weird OnlyFans where he's like making mashed potatoes, and then when it's done, he's like stepping on them. It's like,
Yo,
and then telling stories about his childhood. He's like, my mom was a police officer, so she
yo,
took care of us. You want to see it between the toes? You're a
yo,
dirty birdie, aren't you?
pouring gravy on his foot.
Michelle and James are freaks, though. Let's go on record.
Yo, hey, if you listen to the show, just know they are freaky dicky. They've been married
Michelle
a
and
hundred
James,
years and still do all kind of nasty stuff.
all kinds of. He be playing the butt trumpet on her all the time. Yeah, just reveille and retreat, bro.
Yo, oh,
Guys, if you
yeah,
if you've been listening to Real Laughs, you know that every now and then James will drop a freak bomb on us that blows our mind. Because here's the deal: I'll tell you this: if I had a like back when we were all in the studio together, I'd bring like a model that was doing like some show or something in town, and she would bring pictures. She'd bring like 8x10s. One time, our friend Lego Shelly brought all these 8x10s, fully clothed, just sexy pictures, and she signed them to the Real Last Cast, and she's giving them to all of us. And James is like, I can't take one of those. I'm sorry, I'm married. And he says that while everybody else was married in the room except for me. And like, you guys understand that as a married man, I can't have promotional material of a woman,
yeah.
as the Quran states. And so, so James would take that, and then we would be talking about something with maybe some girls, and they would get like a sexual question, like, "Do you guys?" And James was like, "Whoa, guys, I got to step out of this one. I'm married." And then we'll just be having a conversation about our favorite dinners. He's like, you know what my favorite dinner is? Eating Michelle's butt. And we're like, what? He's like, yeah, I eat her butt.
Yo, hey, dude, and it's so fat because James like, yo, I don't watch porn. Like, we
Yeah,
like, what? Nah,
yeah,
I don't. Nah, I'm married.
yeah.
But then James would tell us the nastiest. You're like, yo, but you don't watch
Nastiest.
porn?
He's like, so one time, there's me and Michelle. We've got 16 players from the rugby league around us. They're cheering us on. I got a luchador's mask. She's behind me, you know? And we're like, what? He's like, and that was Devin's ninth birthday. We sent him to
Hey,
Legoland. Yeah.
and you be like, your son, Devin? No, Devin Sebo. I didn't
Siebold,
even
no,
know him
yeah.
yet. We
Yeah, I
just
didn't know
met
him yet.
him.
As Devin Siebold would like it, we categorize all dates based on what he was doing.
Uh,
You know?
oh my
James
goodness.
and
So
Michelle freaks. That's why she was pregnant every year.
yeah,
Every year.
yeah,
He couldn't
yeah.
wait.
Yeah,
He
James
couldn't
White's the
wait.
only person I know got pregnant with. James got a vasectomy, bro. That sperm
Yeah, that's
strong.
how potent.
Yeah.
That's how potent James'
Hey,
sperm is.
hey, James sperm knocked out Mike Tyson. That
Yeah.
sperm strong.
I came into the fight thinking I was gonna have an advantage, and these things happen. But I got
Hey,
some
that
James
hey,
Young
that's
sperm.
hey, that sperm killed Apollo Creed. That
Yeah. If James wag off on a dead body, it'll come to life for three
it come to
minutes.
life, bro. That thing's strong.
Tell me who killed you. Tell me who killed you.
Yo. For real, dog. Oh my goodness. So
You
you
know, you
got
know, you know. How they say like depending on what a dude eats, that's how his sperm will taste. And they're like, oh, if you eat a lot of pineapple, you're gonna taste like pineapple. James and Michelle just be like, is that cumin? He's like, yeah, I wanted to go a little southwest on you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yo, which by the way, dumbest seasoning ever.
cumin. You need
It
it
should
for
be
you need it for like.
coming.
Yeah, you're right, but
Right,
it
bro,
was, and then all the dudes was like, "What am I eating?" Fine, cumin. Fine, if you want to be a big baby
Yo,
about it.
what I smelt it the other day. I was just like, what's the purpose of this? Like this one
That's what
is
you put in like Southwest foods. Taco meat has that. Indian foods use it, but it had to be changed to cumin for cumin because you can't be like, "I smelled cumin yesterday." You know? Ooh, can you put some cumin in my food? Can you make sure the food's a little creamy and has a little zest to cumin? You
yeah.
know? No, it's cumin. Trust me.
Hey,
I bet you go outside of America and everybody's like, "You talking about cumin?" No, dog. Not till later. Not till I get to the hotel.
Hey, Miguel, I'm gonna tell you something. If black people, if you listening right now, gonna be mad at me. Garlic powder and onion powder don't really make the food that much better.
No, man, and you can put adobo. Like you could just use adobo. Like you want to use garlic powder, onion powder, use adobo because it's garlic powder, onion powder,
Yeah.
pepper, salt. Black people on garlic powder, onion powder every day.
I I don't know what it is. I just want y'all to know too. Miguel went full Spanish when he said adobo.
Yeah,
I don't know where y'all do that.
adobo,
Do-
man. It's because that's the name of the word. Because that's the name of the word. If you know the name of the word,
Hey,
I'm not gonna say it your way to make it easier for you. That's the name of the word.
bro, I don't know what it is. I told y'all we mad random.
Yeah,
When a Hispanic person says something that's Spanish, their accent comes. They can be just like,
be-
yes, I was talking to Hector.
because
You
that's
like,
how it's pronounced. That's all it is. Like it's not we're saying it weird. We're actually saying it the way it's pronounced.
yo, but you talking like mad regular, and then you put the
Yeah,
Spanish accent on it.
because that word is a Spanish word. It's not like I said your name. We were like kin. You know, like I said adobo because that's what
There you
that's
go.
how
He
it's
did it
called.
again.
Yeah. Do you think like when Chinese people are talking and they're like pots and pan noises and they mention the word Sprite, they don't say it Chinese way. They say it Mandarin. They say Bong Jung Mo Sprite. And nobody's like, oh, look at there's not black people in China, so nobody's like, oh, look at this old Sprite saying
Right,
ass.
yo, Sierra Miss Stario.
Yeah.
Oh, yo,
Hey, I love reading
I
review. I love reading comments on cooking things. And here's a racist moment of the day. Nothing makes me laugh more than black people's comments on cooking stuff on Instagram. Like,
bro,
ew, that steak uncooked. I'm
dog.
like, medium rare? Like,
Yeah,
ew, he
yeah,
ain't
we don't
wash
do
his
that, bro.
meats.
Yo,
He ain't
that's
wash
what.
his
Hey, we got
meats.
20 seconds before I go to commercial. That would make me mad. I'm like, dude, you ain't eating it, bro. You ain't wash your chicken.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's why every Michelin star restaurant you watch them scrub a steak under the sink before they
Yo.
grill it.
Oh man, we gotta go to commercial break. But before we go to commercial break, I'm gonna say this because I know my wife don't listen to this show. I ain't never washed our chicken. We'll be right back. Real Last Real Radio 104.1. Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. I'm Ken Miller in the big chair. Join Miguel. During the break, I had to take a call from my child because they wanted pizza for dinner tonight and they wanted me to get pizza delivered to them. So I don't know
Tell him how
who
much that pizza. Tell him how much that pizza was.
$46.
What happened? There's no way. Pizza used to be. This used to be. It was like for $16. I'm gonna bring you 7 pizzas, two liters, some Mountain Dew muffins. Yeah, I said it. Like there were pizza places where we sneaking in some weird stuff to try out for you.
$46. It's so funny, man. You say that because I had a topic I want to talk about
Yeah,
yesterday and we didn't do it. So now that's a good segue about how stuff is way more expensive. So
yeah,
my daughter is a Girl Scout. She's been a Girl Scout since she was 5 years old. Girl Scouts cookies was $3.
yeah.
They $5 now.
50, almost a 50% price hike.
One of my favorite places to go if you listen to the last show is Chipotle. When I got stationed in Washington D.C., we used to eat Chipotle, and this is before the debit card. This when you
Yeah,
had to pay with cash,
yeah,
and we would have fax our order in. The burritos was $6 and some change. I know this because I would always drive, and they were like, "Well, whoever drive, keep the change."
yeah.
So I would always drive and pick them up. a burrito, a burrito bowl at Chipotle is $13 now. That
Bro,
is double what it was in 2003, bro.
it's ridiculous. Like it's ridiculous. Another one that's crazy for me right now is 12 packs of soda. We have vending machines over at my job, over at
Dude.
Sausage Castle. We own a couple vending machines, and I've taken it on myself to run these vending routes because I'm like, hey, it's a little extra dough. And I would tell you this much, man. We got vending machines around the property. I run these vending machines just because it's a little extra morning thing for me to do, a little physical thing, walk around, do stuff for the day. You ever do that, Ken? You ever take a side quest in your job because you're
Yeah,
like,
always.
oh, an hour
Always.
of this is fine. Walk around, hang out, don't have to be in my office. So I do all the vending machines. The property's huge, 80-acre property. There's warehouses, there's guest areas. So maybe like once a month or so, I take care of these vending machines. And for the past year and a half, I've watched since COVID, I've watched sodas go up in crazy prices. It is $7.99 for a
7.99.
12 pack of soda.
Yeah.
Oh, like that means. I mean, try to put it into perspective, everybody, is the price hike because when I was stocking these vending machines originally, it was $4.99 to $5.99 sometimes for a 12 pack. So I've watched soda price go up by like $3, and nobody tells you why. There's never like, hey man, let me explain to you. The price of corn syrup went up. The price of this. It's just like, nah, man. And then they'll always try to just use milk as a thing. They're like, you see how much milk costs? I was in Wisconsin. A gallon of milk in Wisconsin was $1.99 a gallon.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude. And then the grocery stores that do the buy two and you get two and you will
Yeah,
save $18.
yeah,
Dog. Yeah, soda, but I always put it political. I always feel like people raise their prices with whoever politically to be like, look, see,
yeah,
Biden got sodas at $8. When Trump
yeah,
was in office, they was $5. Well, nothing changed. You can drop them back down to five. Only
yeah,
thing changed was the president. You
yeah.
can drop them down to five if you wanted to drop them down to five, bro.
Like
You can
originally,
drop
when
them
the
down.
f- when the second Iraq War happened in like 2003, I was like, "Yo, man, gas is gonna cost a nickel. We're all getting flying carpets. This is gonna be the move." And then gas went up, and I was like, hold up, like, didn't we invade the oil country? And
Yeah.
they're like, "Yeah." You remember gas was like $4 a gallon then, and we were freaking out. Now it rotates from 450 to 350, and I'm like, I don't care. There was a time in my life I cared about the gas price. Now I'm just like, I need gas.
I
You
need
got
gas.
me. You
Yeah, I
got
don't
me.
even. Dude, I'm at that point where I don't even care. I remember last year, eggs were like stupid
Oh
expensive.
my god, the egg
Eggs
price,
were
seven
like
dollars for 6 eggs for a dozen
eggs were
eggs.
like stupid expensive, and I'm like, I gotta get them.
Yeah,
Like when you become when you become an adult and you got to start doing stuff for your own house, and you got to go to work, so you got to put gas. So
yeah.
what you gonna do? But
I bought
I do
bacon for less than eggs once. I remember that. I
but,
remember being in the store being like, bacon was 6.99, eggs were 7.99. I was like, egg was the filler.
bruh.
Egg was the you just throw some eggs in there because it's cheap.
Dude, I remember at one time, man, when I had money issues, I would just make breakfast
Yeah,
for dinner because
cheapest meal.
a dozen of eggs was like 99 cents.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it was not that it wasn't you weren't spending $8 for eggs, bro.
yeah,
And I truly believe this, and you guys know we don't go political on this show. I truly believe it depends on the way the world is now. Whoever is in office is they're like, well, let's blame it on this dude. So we're gonna make eggs $10. And then
yeah.
when the next dude come in, like, yo, eggs, see what I did? I got eggs back down to $3. You like, what? But
We
you could have
invaded
just done
Purdue
that.
Farms and took their eggs.
You could have just done, dude. There is no reason why these oil and gas companies are $1 trillion companies.
Yeah,
Trillion. We not bit no trillion, my dude. So you telling me y'all can't drop gas to 250? Y'all gonna lose that much money?
yeah, yeah. There's certain things that I just wonder, like,
and
why the
and and
price?
and I come to you for that because you know way more about this stuff than I do.
Well, I'll tell you this much, man. I can't. You like. There's so much fluctuation in things, and sometimes you get it. Like sometimes you like, why does the cost of soda cans went up? And then they break it down to you like, well, check it out, man. Due to this embargo, this product is less available. Oh, there was a bad crop of this, so like. But I think I'm just so indoctrinated to being lied to that even when people spell things out for me, I'm like, man, that's what you say.
Hmm.
You know, I'm like, that's what you saying. And then
Bro.
when I went to Germany, when I was in Germany during the egg thing, I was wilding out because eggs were like regular price. And my friends were Americans who lived in Germany. I was like, I was telling them about what was going on in eggs, and it was like I landed from a foreign country, and I was like, you don't know, the egg wars are coming. The egg wars are coming.
Wait
You
till
know,
it gets over here.
yeah.
You'll see.
Hey, I was gonna come back with eggs because they were so cheap. I was gonna strap them to me like a girdle, like I was running dope, and I was just gonna be the egg plug because it was cheaper to
Yo.
fly to Germany and buy
Now,
eggs.
how funny would it be if I saw you on Nat Geo,
Yeah,
the Air Force show?
yeah, when they catch
and
them,
you got eggs.
the egg smuggler swallowed
The
50
egg
eggs.
smuggler, bro.
Now he's gonna take a laxative,
All
but
I see is you in the back cracking them.
yeah, I'm gonna reshell them. I'm gonna
Bro.
reshell them when I get back.
Oh.
You gotta swallow them and take a laxative. And like we
Ugh.
usually catch them in the bathrooms. Like, how do you know who's the one who swallowed the eggs? You hear me? Oh God! Oh God! Bloop.
Oh my
Oh Jesus,
goodness,
this is
bro.
bad.
I mean, everything. Look at housing.
Oh yeah.
My house was 218 when I bought it. My house is almost $400,000 in
And
5 years.
here's the thing with housing. This is where I think the big problem is. We watch the value of our homes go up. Even though we don't feel it's worth that, we get excited. We're like, "Ooh, I bought my house for 200,000. Now it's worth 400,000." When you're a homeowner, you get excited about it. You're like, "Look at this." But you never stop and think, "Hey man, why is my house
Yeah.
$400,000?" Because and then it's one of those things too where it's like it's this magical thing where they tell you your house is valued at 400,000. And then you go to sell it and people are like, "Man, I don't want this house." You're like, why? Why not? And you're like, yeah, I don't like this house. It's not in a
Yeah.
good spot. It's like
Yeah.
Zillow said
Yeah.
400,000.
Yeah.
You will pay.
Let me find out the Zillow CEO and beat his ass.
Yeah, man. Zillow
Oh,
CEO is just sitting around smoking opium. He's like, make that with a quarter million. They're like, it's a trailer. Make it a quarter million.
yeah.
You want an
Oh,
omelet?
man. Yo, my goodness. Dude, we also meant to talk about this. When if you listen to last night's show, we were talking about our childhood and stuff now that happened to us as kids that'd be total child abuse. Me and Miguel walking home from work at
Yeah.
midnight is
Midnight.
total child abuse.
Yeah. Total child abuse. Here's another one. Uh, like leaving your kids at home alone while like my mom and dad would go out dancing. That was their thing, dancing.
Yeah,
That was always it, dancing. And it's funny because it wasn't we're going to a club, we're going to anywhere, like it
we
was the
going
NCO club.
dancing,
We're going dancing. They went to
dancing.
dance, hung out with their friends would all come over, they'd all leave and they go dancing. Once we got to like the age where we could operate a phone well, my mom would be like, hey, Miss Wanda, Mr. Jack across the street are going to stay up. They know you're, but you wouldn't go to their house. They're just like, they're up. So if you need something, call them. We'll be back. And they would go dancing.
Yep.
And me and my sisters would be like, you know, 10, 11 years old, by ourselves in the house. Not all night, too. That's another thing, too. They'd come back. It wouldn't be like they shut the club down. They'd come back.
Yeah.
They'd be like 12:30, like, we got to get back home.
See, I was a private. I shut the club down.
Yeah, yeah.
All my sergeants had to go home.
You know it.
Yeah, the couples had to go home. They had kids. I
Yeah,
shut the club down. I
yeah.
do. We stayed there from when I was 18 till I was Miguel 26. The lights came on when I went home.
Yeah.
Every club I went to, I was there when they cut the lights on so I can see what booger wolf I'm about to take home.
Booger Wolf.
Bro, I stay at the club till that shut down, man. So yeah, my parents is the same. My mama, but I also had a big family. So when my mama went out, I had brothers and sisters who were 18,
And Ken,
17,
also, we as grown-ups now don't know every one of our neighbors like our parents did.
Yeah.
My parents knew everybody on the street. Whether they liked them or not, they knew everybody on the street. Now I know my neighbor to my right and my neighbor across from me, but that's about it. The
Yeah.
rest of the people, I don't know.
Dude, I remember one time I had my kids for the weekend and one of my homegirls came over and I went downstairs to talk to her. I told my kids, don't open this door for nobody. Now I'm downstairs looking up at my apartment door. Some dude go upstairs, and I know the cat. I don't know
Yeah.
him, but I know he's coming to sell some weed to my
Yeah.
neighbor. Knocks on the wrong door. What do you think my kids do?
Hey, sir, welcome.
Hey,
Come on in.
I was like, "Yo, you at the wrong door." Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. I go to my kids. I said, "Why y'all open the door, Dad? We thought it was you." I said, "Don't even open this door for me."
Yeah.
I said, "Don't even open the door for me." What part of? Well, Dad, how do you get in the house? I said, "With a damn key."
Key. I'll figure it out on my own.
Yo, I said, "Was you about to buy weed? Were you buy weed from the dude? Why were you
Hey, he
opening the
got that
door?"
fire, Dad. You know what's another one that's different? And like we're talking about what's child abuse, but what's also different is uh I remember, and I would never do this now as an adult, but I remember I'd be walking as I was a kid, and some adult would be like, "Oh, hey man, you two, I need to move this bed upstairs. Y'all want to make $5 real quick? Come into my strange ass house, come upstairs, help me move this bed." And me and my boys would be like, "Do we?
Nah.
This is
Yeah,
great."
yeah, yeah. Let's make this $5.
But I can't imagine being adult, seeing two random boys walking down the street, be like, "Oh, perfect, man. I need to move this bookshelf. I'm going to invite two young 10-year-old boys into my home and then give them money for something. This won't turn out bad." You know?
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? We took that
Oh
$5
my God.
and
Nobody.
it was a 50-50 chance we was gonna get murdered.
Yeah, but we were
And,
just like,
and,
yeah.
and guess what? We survived the 50 because we on radio right
The
now.
radio now. Shout out to my boy Jacob, man. It was worth the 10 for you, buddy, but I'm sorry it didn't happen. They found him beaten, molested, and
Yeah.
dead, but with
Oh
firecrackers
my,
in his pocket.
oh my goodness. We
Do you
gotta
remember
get
this
up
too?
out of here. Go ahead.
Just money that your mom didn't know about was the most. It was like the government not knowing about
Oh,
money.
dude, bro, man, I made so much money doing stuff that if my mama knew today, God rest her soul. I ain't got the ashes. I will put the ashes up. But man, I would be in such trouble. But we gotta get up out of here. We got like 30 seconds left. Where you at this weekend, brother?
I'm in Dallas, Texas all weekend, man, hanging out. I'm excited to be out there. I love that. I'll be with Co Wetzel and Dre on March 3rd at in Dallas. I never know the place, but it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing this weekend. Hopefully I book something, but right now I ain't got nothing. Which if I don't, which means I'm gonna be working overtime. That's pretty much how I've been making my extra comedy money, doing sets for customers when I call them late at night. But we gotta get up out of here, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. I'm Cam Miller. That's Miguel Colon Jr. Miguel, tell these weirdos what to do.
Take your ass to bed.
Good night.